Hey everyone, I hope you had a great week. I had a pretty great week. I got to read 3 books this week. The first book I got to read this week was Mad Honey by Jodi Picoult and Jennifer Boylan. I loved this book. I thought it was really great how the authors brought these two characters to life. I loved the alternating storylines, and though it was a little bit hard to follow on my audiobook, I really liked the two narrators that they chose, and I don't think it was a terrible read on audio. It's just a little bit difficult to track the timeline because there are so many flashbacks and flash forwards, and trying to keep what's happening where was a bit difficult. However, this is such an engaging story. So in this book, two characters, a young girl and a young boy, fall in love. Then the young girl is murdered in her house, and the young boy is put on trial for doing so. In this book, we follow the mother of the young boy and the young girl. Now, the mother's perspective is told very chronologically. We see her story played out from before the girl dies until after the court case, and we see the girl, Lily, her story is told interspersingly. So we have dates that lead up to the trial, but they're not told chronologically. We get bits and pieces of information that we need in order to understand the trial. And I really liked how the information was given to us. Now, I was about halfway through this book when I thought I was going to hate it. I thought it was going to be like a lot of feminist texts that I've read lately, where all the men in the book are just terrible, horrible people. But it surprised me, and I ended up really enjoying the ending of this book. So this book covers really poignant topics. It covers them very well, and I think you'll really enjoy reading this book. So if you haven't read it yet, go ahead and check it out. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read this week was Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood. Now, this book is about two chess prodigies, and they fall in love. It's super cute. There's not a whole lot to the story, but I did love the main character and her journey. It was awesome to see her overcome the struggles she had in her life and the struggles she had around chess, and how she dealt with all of those, and how she overcame her trauma and became a really great person. It's so cute and has chess. I think you would love it. And the third book I read this week was How the Penguins Saved Veronica by Hazel Pryor. Now, in this book, an old woman has millions of dollars, but no happiness. So she's kind of on a search for happiness at 86 years old. She finds her happiness in 2 places, penguins and her grandson Patrick. Now, her grandson Patrick is a mess, and he's such an interesting secondary character, though he is the second narrator in our story. And I loved the addition of this character. This book reminds me of Remarkably Bright Creatures. We have an older character and a younger character. We see that it's a similar dynamic to that book, but the writing's really different, and the characters are really different, and the topics are really different. So if you liked Remarkably Bright Creatures, I think you would love How the Penguins Saved Veronica. Definitely pick it up. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars as well. What are you reading? Let me know in the comments.